Next up is a solution for those with active lifestyles and long hair.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Sarah Fox from San Diego, California, and I'm here seeking $250,000 in exchange for 10% of my company.
2.5.
Sharks. I just paddled in from a sweet sash hanging 10. I rushed off the beach to get here. So I didn't have time to deal with all of these salty snarls in my tangled hair. This rat's nest is probably going to take me hours to get rid of. Now, I know some of you can't relate, but for those who can, this is a real problem. It's time to say goodbye to knotted nightmares and tame the tangles with Riptie hair. This innovative, patent-pending hair tie is designed to keep your hair tangle-free during any activity. Let me show you how it works. First, you use the larger loop to make a secure ponytail. Then, you wrap the braided section down the length of your ponytail. This keeps hair smooth, streamlined, and all in one direction. Then, you lose the smaller loop to tie off the end of the ponytail. And that's it. No snarls, no damage. No other hair tie comes close. Sharks, whether you are swimming, running, riding, or just getting ready to be ripped apart by Mr. Wonderful, Riptie hair is made for adventure. After all, we've already proved this hair tie can swim with the sharks.
Ooh. Wow. Is that you?
Shouts out to Sarah, and welcome back to another Shark Tank reaction video. I am your host, Dave, a 10+ year intellectual property attorney dealing with everything from copyrights, trademarks, trade secrets. You heard the magic words, patents. Now, when I'm looking at these reaction videos, there's 3 things that I'm looking for, plus really a bonus one. How simple is the product? You see Sarah put it on. It seems like it was pretty straightforward to put on. So it seems to be pretty simple at least for the consumer. How effective is it? $250,000, 10%, $2.5 million valuation. A lot of times with the effectiveness of the company, you can ascertain that by way of the sales. And at a $2.5 million valuation, I would imagine that there is some sales with this one. Then what's the market like? Now, I would imagine that there are other competition out there. And now whether or not this differentiates from it is kind of, I don't know. Clearly I don't have kind of that much here or in that market, but I would imagine that there's some kind of tangle-free products out there. So I would imagine that it is some competition, whether it's saturated or not. We'll find out as the pitch goes on. And then what's kind of really leads me to this fourth and this bonus one is intellectual property. Are you protecting the IP? Now, you heard Sarah talks about she has patent pending. So she is kind of trying to protect the product by way of a patent, but she also has a trademark on it. Or at least a registered trademark. I was looking at the USPTO database, and she has a registered trademark on Riptie. So shouts out to her. I was at a conference earlier today for IP attorneys, and it was kind of really talking about how I guess the expression that stuck with me is your function, which is patents, trade secrets, your expression, which is your copyrights, telling that story, then the brand, which is trademarks. And if you have all 3 of those, then, man, you stand a chance to kind of really having something that's kind of going to stand the test of time, even after those patents expire and whatever the case may be. So shouts out to Sarah for protecting her intellectual property. Again, let's get back to this one and see if she gets a deal. We're 2 for 3 so far. Let's see if we can finish on a high note. Please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm as I pull this back up, as well as hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. Let's go.
It's actually not. It's one of our customers.
Wow.
Yeah. And in front of you, you will find your own Riptie and a wig in case you don't have your own hair to try it out with.
Now, Sarah, honey, sweetie, poopsie, I love the presentation, but there's absolutely nothing proprietary about this. So if you're telling me this is worth $250,000 for 10%, imputing a $2.5 million valuation, bring it on with the sales, honey, sweetie, poopsie, because this is not worth $2.5 million bucks.
Our lifetime sales are $2.7 million.
Wow.
Whoa.
And how much time?
4 years, but it took us 2.5 years to get to our first million. And then 5 months to get to our 2nd million.
What?
What are you going to do this
year, we are projecting 3.5 million.
Well, wait a minute. This is
What?
fabulous sales. This is
You're going to do
fabulous
$3.5
sales.
million this year
This
of a piece of string.
people want this hair tie.
Listen, first
Wait a
of all,
minute.
respect.
Kevin, put it on and I'll do it for you.
So you do want to hold the hair tie taut, but not stretched out.
I think I
So
got it.
let's see if I can do it on
Oh,
Kevin's
great
head.
job, Allison. Oh, I did it.
See?
Look.
Oh, Robert, you did a great
It was
job.
so easy.
It's so easy.
You
having a hard
you
time
got
here
it
on
really
mine.
tight on the top one,
Give
right?
it to me.
Yeah.
It's because you don't know how to
That
do
looks
it. Look.
good. I might grow my hair back.
I think it's a great idea.
Robert, you're really good at that.
Okay, listen.
There you go.
I mean,
got it.
Sarah, I have a lot of respect for sales because I thought this was poo-poo on a stick, but it's not.
Let's start at the beginning. I want to hear the background.
Right.
Yes, I would love to tell you my story.
Okay.
So a few years ago, I was living in Guam and working at a scuba shop. And I was having such a problem with my hair. I was in the water multiple days a week, and I would be just spending hours trying to get these knots and snarls out. So I started playing around with elastics, and I came up with a prototype of what is now the Riptie. So I started just in forums on Facebook, girls who scuba, women who surf, and about once a week, somebody says, "What do I do with my hair?" And I would be there in the comments and I'd say, "Hey, check out these hair ties that I make." So eventually, every time I posted, I would get 5 to 10 sales, and then word of mouth just started spreading.
That's great.
How are you selling it?
Yeah, so we primarily sell D2C right now, and we just launched on Amazon 3 weeks ago, and we're already doing 15% of our daily sales on Amazon, and it's creeping up
Wow.
every day. So they retail, one of them is $12.95. We have a couple different styles, lengths, colors. Each has a slightly different price, but our gross margin is 92%.
92%. Wow.
I want to get the last 3 years sales. What was the year you started?
So our first year when I was making them, we did $40,000.
What year was that?
That was 2022.
Okay.
2023, we did $470,000.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
We did about $80,000 in profit, so around 20%. 2024, we did 1.5 million.
Yes.
Whoa.
We did $86,000 in profit.
But Sarah, you're making 92% margin.
Where did
You
the
would have
money
made
go?
like 1.2 million.
Right. Something here is
missing.
costing a lot of money. Where's your major outspend of money?
It's on marketing.
But how much did you spend on marketing last year?
Last year, I think we spent around maybe $400,000.
What else did
And
you
your
spend on?
return for that was 1.5 million in sales. Almost.
So, okay.
And you spent 400K.
Did you pay yourself? What did you pay yourself?
Last year I paid myself $65,000.
There's about $700,000 of unanswered questions in regards to
Hey.
your numbers, and I think that is just a big elephant in the room. So I'm out.
As Damon goes out, I do want to stop it, man. Like, and I'm kind of plugged in with this Shark Tank community. I interview a lot of guests who've been on Shark Tank businesses, and one of the things that they always say is you have to know the numbers. It seems like Sarah, it's a little bit of gap in the process. She's doing well. 2023, $470,000. She made $80,000 in profit. 2024, $1.5 million, but only made $6,000. They're asking her, hey, where did the money go? She says she has $400,000 in marketing, which, okay, that's a part of it, but it's still, as Damon pointed out, a couple $100,000 missing, to say the least. And I get it. A lot of times these pictures are 50 minutes. And I'm gonna reach out to Sarah, try to get on a platform, but these pictures are they near an hour, and they're truncating it down to 10 minutes. So it can be some back and forth, some conversation that it was edited out, and it seems like that edit is not helping Sarah. At least in this case, I get it. You have to have the ratings. I know Ray Sean, who Screen Skins, kind of shouts out to their product with the screen protector. He was on Shark Tank, got a deal, and came on the platform a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about how it was a lot of stuff that was left out of his episode, how they edited it, which kind of led to some gaps in the process, which he explained on my platform. So go check out that interview, which is another reason to hit the subscribe button. But I understand that sometimes these things can be edited for a good TV show, even though it may not look good on the business owner. And I'm assuming that's what happened, and that she kind of did know her numbers, but That is a little interesting. Let me know what you guys think as I kind of pull this back up and see if we can get things back on the right track. Let's go.
If I could see your income statement, I'd figure this out in 2 minutes. The one thing you do have is a product that people want. I'm fascinated, but I think you're a mess on numbers. I got to be honest with you. You know, it's sort of like, how much time do I want to invest in you to fix your mess up? Because there's something wrong in here. But I like to work with sales. So I'll make an offer. I'll do the $250,000 for 25%. And I think I'm going to have some competition with these women with hair. That could be a problem. What do you want to do,
Allison and
Lauren?
I love it. We know hair, but we would like to go in together and offer you $250,000 for 20%.
Animals.
Well, just to squeeze their heads
20%
because they
total.
were nasty to me. And remember, there's only one Mr.
I
Wonderful.
braided your
I'm
hair.
going to drop my offer down $250,000 to 15% to
Oh.
squeeze these
But
nasty
you know
sharkettes.
that the cheapest deal is not always the best
Well, it's
deal.
You
gonna
don't
save a
want
lot
to
of
work with him
equity.
anyways.
I really want to lean into my growth story.
Sarah, let me tell you, for me, your growth is really impressive. I just don't get how the numbers add up. So I'm out. It's not for me.
Thank you.
But enough already. Time to make a decision and start closing.
Let's go. So, let's go action.
Allison and Lori have offered $250,000 for a 20% stake in Sarah's hair tie company, Riptie. But Kevin has undercut them by offering $250,000 for 15%.
Would you two consider matching, Mr. Wonderful?
Yes, of course you should think about that.
No,
But they'll never
I'll
be
tell
there.
you
This
why.
is
I'll tell you why.
This is why. I launched 3 weeks ago on Amazon, and it's already 15% of our sales, and that channel isn't even close to where it's going to be.
She's
I
selling.
talked, the product market fit is there. I've done that, and what I need
but
is
we've
someone
done
to
that
help
too.
me with my brand
Coffee is the
expansion.
#1 selling soda on Amazon, outselling every brand for over 2 years.
Don't let
I
these
know that
savages
channel
steal your
well.
company.
I've done thousands of products and I have made 24 people millionaires.
Were they billionaires
You
before
have
that?
no. you have a really cute product, but you're not making nearly enough money. You should be taking home at least 80% with these kinds of margins, and we know how to fix that like that.
Sarah, 2 great offers. What are you going to
2
do?
great offers. I just want to ask one more time, with all of the growth potential we have, if you would consider 15%.
17.5.
Well, you know, we both have to put in our time, which is the most valuable thing. For me, I feel it's fair.
I agree.
Well, then, ladies, I would rather own 80% of a $50 million brand than 100% of a $2 million brand. Let's do it.
Go!
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
There we go.
And we'll go more than 50, right? We're
Yeah.
gonna go way bigger than 50 million.
Congratulations.
Group hug.
Congratulations.
By the way, it's over between us.
Thank you.
Like, what an amazing dream. Lori is amazing. Her success in the product market is unparalleled. And Allison, wow, the way that she has blown up Poppy. 7 years ago, she was in my position. And in 7 years, maybe I'll be in her position.
Allison, didn't it scare you that she couldn't account for $800,000?
I think there's
No, because
she's
we
a
did
one-woman
account
show.
for it. This is a
If anybody's
no-brainer
gonna get
for
to the
us.
bottom of that, it's gonna be Lori. No, you are the best with that. That's why I love doing deals with you. I love doing those deals with Lori because she's all right for the 17th time. Let's go over this one more time. She's the best at that. She's a great partner.
Man, shouts out to Sarah and shouts out to Lori as well as Allison for getting a deal. I will say, man, it is a lot of potential with this one. The margins are good. It's selling. That's crazy to think that 15%. Well, she just started selling on Shark Tank. I mean, not Shark Tank, but just started selling on Amazon a few weeks ago. And she hadn't been doing it up until this point in time. So I do think she'll be at, $5-10 million in no time. Not to mention that, she's going to get the accounting figured out here soon, especially according to Damon John, based on having a partner in Lori. Let's pull up the website here before I get you guys up out of here. Pretty productive episode. So let's go down. It looks like she's running the code. So if you kind of want a 30% off, or you don't even need a code. 30% off if you want a hair tie. The thing I like about it, man, I have a daughter And she's already doing colorful hair anyway, because I would probably think that at one point you wouldn't want to have these the product in there just because it's color or whatever the case may be. But again, it seems like that's kind of part of the style now. So you can kind of have a stylish hair as well as kind of prevent the tangle. So kill two birds with one stone on this one. She's selling them, boys. 2,300, over 2,300 5-stars. That's a 3-pack. Her store. I'm gonna definitely reach out to her to see if I can get on the platform. She said she has patent pending. I typically would like to see that on a website somewhere. Typically it's at the bottom. Let me see if I can do a Control F to see if. So she does have it. I typically like to see it on the bottom, but she does have it on here. So good for her. And yeah, pretty straightforward website. She does have a trademark on Riptie, so I will put R in a circle there to let people know it is a registered trademark. And yeah, pretty straightforward. So let me know what you guys think. Shouts out to Sarah. Shouts out to all the contestants. We went 3 for 4 here. Season 17, episode 14 is next. So we're checking along through it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. And I'll catch you guys next time. Guys, take care.